Welcome to another TV with the brand new Sony Xperia Ultra. Z Ultra. We already showed you the first hands-on a few weeks ago. I think it was in June. And thank you very much for the first 100,000 views that I got on that video. And now we have the finished device here with the finished box. You can see we have 3 colors available now in stores. And we have the purple one here for reviewing. There's also black and white available. Triluminous display is of course now better than with the Sony Xperia Z and Z Ultra or ZL that I have. This Z Ultra has now a little bit nicer colors here, as have the new Sony TVs. Also full HD display, of course, 6.4 inch, so it's huge. You will see in a second in size comparison with the LG G2, Apple iPhone 5s, Samsung Galaxy S4 and the Z1 here how really big the screen is. 8 megapixel camera in the back with no flash. Don't ask me why, but there's really no flash here inside. And we have of course also a nice HD front camera and I think 16 gigs of internal memory, but only a 3000 milliamp battery, which is actually not that big if you think about 2500 milliamps that we have in the Samsung Galaxy S4 or even the 3200 that we have in the 5.2 inch LG G2. So this is the brand new Sony Xperia Z Ultra. It's really a huge device. You can see it's from the bottom of my hand to the top of my fingers, this big, and I have big hands, so this is really not a small device. Let's just put this to the side and see what's also inside the box. The headphones are missing here since this is a press sample and probably the last press guy just stole them or forgot them to put them back inside. Maybe they were that good or he just really forgot. So we have a micro USB cable here for charging, nothing special there. Some papers if you would like to read the manual, startup guide. There is of course one here inside the box. You can see we have 3 different color, number combinations here for the phone. And then what's also inside the box is of course a little charger. The charger has a 1500 milliamp output at 5 volts, so you can charge your tablet theoretically in 2 hours. I would say 2.5–3 hours is what it would take in real life. So let's just put here the box to the side and let's check out the huge tablet or phablet. Of course, this is actually a smartphone. That's what Sony is selling it for, or as, since it's really LTE capable. You can make phone calls and you can really put it next to your head and make phone calls with it, and it works really. And we have on the bottom here the speakers, then there is a microphone right here on the bottom also built in on the corner. Here you can put on a lanyard if you would want to. We have the volume rocker, on and off switch, and the micro SD card slot right here, right behind the little flap. So if I open it up, you can see here that this is where the micro SD would go in, and the SIM card goes also right next to it in here, which is a micro SIM. So let me just press that back in, close this up. This is a waterproof phone actually. I showed you guys in another video that it is really waterproof. I will maybe take it underwater later also and just shoot a video how the quality underwater would be. And we have here an open headphone port, which is quite nice, and it still works underwater even this is open. So this is really quite awesome here by Sony, as is with the Z1, where they have the same technology, which is quite cool. There's a nano coating actually here that they use, so the water that makes it waterproof. Otherwise we have on top here another microphone. On the other side you can also use the micro USB slot here for data connection and charging, but you don't have to. If you buy a dock, you can just use here this connector to charge a device, and then you don't ever have to open this up if you don't want to transfer some data over the wire. On the back again, really there is no flash right next to the 8 megapixel camera, but we have an NFC area right here on the top. You cannot take off the back cover or anything here since it's really so slim with 6.5 millimeters. And if you turn the device on, let's just check out really quickly the camera here, and then we can also show you some comparison in size with other devices. You can see the Snapdragon 800 is really fast with 2.2 GHz at quad core, so taking full HD videos is not a problem. 4K videos would be of course also nice, but maybe in the next Z Ultra. Now the front camera, as you can see, also quite good. It's a little bit noisy, but of course on this huge Full HD screen I think the camera does not record Full HD, just 720p. This is also totally enough for an everyday use, and I think I even have a game open here, Temple Run 2, so you guys can check that out. To just see a little bit how, for example, gaming would be on this big tablet. And you can see here again, this is quite fast for everyday use. You can also put it in your pocket. It fits actually, but it's not really comfortable as far as I would say. So I will just try to die here, if that's possible. Oh, well, it's not really, so okay. Let's just turn the screen off and let's compare it with the LG G2, which is my favorite and I think a lot of geeks' favorite, since it's really a beautiful phone. A huge battery, not too big screen, 5.2 inches, and the screen bezel actually here on the side. If I unlock the Sony, you will see it. That on the LG it's half as thick as on the Sony, and this is quite impressive, I think. And Sony should be thinking about doing that too for the future devices. Otherwise, we have here the brand new Apple iPhone 5s with the fingerprint reader. Also nice thin bezel, but it's really a small device. If you check out the screen, it's exactly the same width as the Sony is in width. So, and what's actually also cool with the Sony is that you can use it with metal devices here. So I could, for example, use this iPhone as a stylus here for the Sony Xperia Z Ultra. So talking about Samsung, we have also the Samsung Galaxy S4 here, where we can see that the 5-inch Full HD screen is also of course a lot smaller than the 6.4-inch Full HD screen that we have inside the Sony, but of course the price is actually about the same, so the Sony is actually not a bad buy if you're really gaming a lot, don't have to worry so much about battery life, and you really maybe mainly want to watch videos. And this is actually a tablet where you can use even a pencil to write on, since anything that's metal can be used to write on here and take notes and yeah, draw even if you would want to. And we will show you all that features in our review video soon. So thank you much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and Devil TV. My name is Balázs Gál, and thank you very much for tuning in, and please tune in again.